So, this is actually quite insane. Just imagine yourself in a courtroom. You have been found guilty of manslaughter, and today is your sentencing. But then, what if at the same time you came face to face with the same person that you killed years ago? In an AI generated video. That's right, this isn't your typical Black Mirror recap on the latest season that just dropped. No, this is the real thing that took place in Arizona, where we have a gentleman by the name of Christopher. He's on the right side of the screen, who was killed by Gabriel on the left over a road rage incident. The image, the likeliness, as well as the voice of Christopher was generated via AI, and they were able to conjure a video of him speaking his last words on the case. This is a very chilling experience because this is AI just resurrecting somebody from the dead just to say their last words, which is very weird. Like, we are officially in a world where it's kind of boring now to just replace artists with AI. We're done with that. Now we're resurrecting people from the dead. We now have the dead showing up in court via AI generated videos, and they're just doing mic drops in the courtroom. Just to break down the context of the entire case as to what happened, as I mentioned before, it was a road rage incident between Christopher and Gabriel. From what I've heard, it was like a minor car accident, but it blew up into a whole road rage incident, and Gabriel ended up killing Christopher. This is something that you would expect from like GTA, where it's like, you know how you drive your car and you hit like a random civilian's car. They would either like drive off or stop where they are, be like, oh no, my car, or the person, the civilian would literally get out from their car and start shooting at you. The third is what happened here. It's definitely one of those stories that just kind of makes you wonder what kind of person will just have like a Glock of some sort, or maybe a gun in their car, as if they're like ready to cosplay like the next Grand Theft Auto scene, but this time in real life. So now that Christopher is dead and they went through the whole court process and Gabriel has been found guilty of manslaughter charges, you have a family of Christopher, more so specifically his sister and his brother-in-law. They work with AI. So, of course, with AI, and of course, they're grieving over Christopher's death, the sister was kind of spearheading the whole project, and she was wondering how she can somehow bring him to life. So, of course, with her background with artificial intelligence, she decided, hey, why don't we use some AI tools to generate his voice, generate his image, make this video, and then we can make an impact statement for sentencing day. The Pelkey family just got into work. They got deep into the AI trenches and they conjured his image, his voice, his mannerisms. They fed the AI machine like all of the videos, all of his like text messages, things like that. I don't know the specifics, but point being is they successfully made a video, much so to the point where Christopher Pelkey from his grave could look at his killer dead in the eyes and say, I forgive you.
Here's Chris in a real recording before his death.
Just like Jesus says, love God and love people.
And here's the AI version forgiving the shooter, scripted by Stacy.
It is a shame we encountered each other that day in those circumstances. In another life, we probably could have been friends. I believe in forgiveness and in God who forgives. I always have, and I still do.
So imagine being the person that murdered him, Christopher, and having to say like, all right, like I'm gonna be serving a few years, I got found guilty, it is what it is, and then all of a sudden you see this video, an AI generated video at that, of Christopher getting his last words in the courtroom. And the thing is, it's so weird to say that because even the video mentioned that, oh, this is a video of Christopher Pelkey, or an AI generated video of Christopher scripted by Stacy. Like, okay, you said it was scripted by Stacy. That is not his words. You literally just said Stacy scripted what Christopher Pelkey would say. Like, this isn't a true impact statement. I feel there's a level of like emotional manipulation and that is taking place here. Like, this isn't the type of closure that I think that we would get when it comes to the courtroom, but lo and behold, AI just really has to come in and be like, yo, hold my prompts. I'm gonna show you what a real closure looks like. And then boom, we have Christopher before us in manifested via AI giving his last words. Like, it makes no sense. And get this, the judge in this whole situation, he was moved by it. He loved the AI. The family said the judge was so moved by the powerful video that he even referred it in his closing statements at sentencing, handing down the maximum 10.5-year prison sentence for Gabriel. Christopher's family sought justice and found some peace in the process, especially seeing how one of Stacy's children reacted to seeing their Uncle Chris one more time. So from what I've learned, they were initially fighting for like 9 or 9.5 years, but because the judge was so moved by this powerful video of Christopher, the judge decided to give Gabriel the maximum 10.5 years. So basically, the AI video just added another year. Imagine just going to jail and telling prison inmates, yeah, you know, I could have served 9.5 years, but after, you know, that AI video, man, damn it, like, it got the judge. I gotta tell you, he just stacked another year on top of my sentence. Like, it's so crazy to even say those things. And meanwhile, the judge is just sitting here like, oh man, like, I love that AI video. Oh, that just moved me so much. We're not watching like a Pixar short video here on YouTube. We're not. This is literally an AI generated image of somebody from the grave. Like, it's crazy that we're even accepting this as an impact statement. Like, we're just shoving words into his mouth. Like, again, this isn't a Pixar short. This is a murder trial. And we were just so moved by the AI video that the judge felt that he had to add another year on top of the sentencing. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not defending the killer of Christopher. This is not the case. What I'm saying is that, listen, if you're going to use AI generated stuff, that's completely fine. If you want to use it to assist you in court, that's fine. But I genuinely feel there's something ingenuine about using something like what they did with Christopher and how emotionally manipulative that is. Like, again, just imagine just staying in jail for longer because AI scored another point for the prosecution team. Like, it's so crazy. Now, as usual, when it comes to anything related to AI or discussions around AI, we always have to put on our philosophical thinking caps and ask some deep questions. Like, is this the future of courtroom testimonies? Sure, you die, but does your digital twin of yourself get the last word, especially in a legal environment? Like, these are genuine questions that we really need to ask ourselves. It's absolutely crazy. Like, do I have to write in my last will, hey, listen, y'all, don't use any AI tools and bring me from the dead. Let me rest. Leave me at peace. Like, sure, AI is only getting stronger. It's getting smarter every single day, without a doubt. But my God, the ethics around the use of AI is like navigating Minesweeper on hard difficulty. Like, we really have Christopher, like, saying that he forgives his shooter and talking about they could have been best friends in another life. Like, I imagine somebody making an AI deep fake of myself, but this time I'm apologizing to my ex for some bullshit reason that never even happened. Like, it's scary out there, man. But it's such a weird situation because even though this whole situation that we have in front of us is very weird, it's almost somewhat like beautiful at the same time, because this person, or I should say this family, used multiple tools to bring back the image of Christopher. And if you bring it back, if you dial it back and you look at the family for a moment, they're grieving. And there are relatives in that family, Christopher's family, that's hearing his voice, and it's like part of the healing process for them. So I can't speak on them and how they feel about it. I'm pretty sure that, you know, they feel relieved to hear his voice one more time. I'm pretty sure his death was untimely. Of course, that shouldn't be an argument, and it's part of the healing process for them to see him, to hear him. So in short, this AI topic isn't one of those, oh, this is corporate greed, or this is just, you know, content creators using like the AI TikTok filters or anything like that. It's not. It's almost like, okay, it was used in a legal court system that got someone the maximum sentence, and at the same time, this is a family's way of coping with an untimely loss. But I just saw a lot of people, talking about this. I saw this pop up on my social feeds time and time again, and I thought this was something worth talking about, and I finally just gave up. I was like, all right, let me look into this and see what's going on. But I actually read it, I was like, oh, this is what's going on. It's absolutely insane. But anyways, guys, let me know what you think about the whole situation. I'll see you guys on Twitch and YouTube on my live streams this weekend. Take care. Peace.